is your chance to vote against Donald Trump, a man who believes his fame gives him the right to grab one of your daughters or sisters or mothers or wives by any part of their bodies. Vote for Joe. He's a good person.
That can't believe he got this good location in his circle that's supposed to be for VIPs, right? Now he's got Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is not too good. I could tell you plenty of stories. I could tell you stories about Lady Gaga. I know a lot of stories about Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga just obliterated Donald Trump, and he's fuming. For years, she's been fearless in calling out corruption, but this time, she went straight for Trump's throat. In a scathing takedown, Gaga slammed the former president for his policies and rhetoric, sparking a firestorm of reactions. So what exactly did Gaga say that sent Trump into an agitation? If you love seeing Trumpy get humiliated, you're in for a treat. Join us as we break it all down. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more epic takedowns.
I think she will do a good job. Some people want to win races. Other people want to be president of the United States.
In an emotionally charged interview with LUK, conducted just 6 days after the unthinkable, Donald the Art of the Tantrum Trump somehow clawing his way back into the White House, our February cover star, Lady Gaga, did not hold back. And honestly, who can blame her? The entire world is still trying to recover from the collective whiplash of watching America willingly dive headfirst into another 4 years of orange-flavored chaos. The multi-talented powerhouse, who enthusiastically backed Kamala Harris in 2024 because, you know, she actually understands how government works, spoke with raw intensity about the devastating impact of Trump's second-term horror show. And let's be real, it's a full-scale disaster movie at this point, except instead of meteors, we've got Trump's policy decisions, and instead of heroes, we're stuck with a cast of spineless yes-men who nod along while he shouts at the teleprompter like it personally insulted him. Gaga, always one to stand up for justice, made it clear that the biggest casualties of Trump's never-ending war on wokeness, translation basic human rights, are, as usual, the very communities that need the most protection. Because let's face it, if you're not a billionaire, a bootlicking yes man, or someone willing to call him a very stable genius with a straight face, you're already on his enemy list. One thing's for sure, if history remembers Trump for anything, it'll be for proving just how low the bar can go, and how there's still a way to trip over it.
Like, I'm definitely somebody that really thrives artistically in extremes, and I've always been somebody that kind of pushes myself to the limit one way or the other. I'm either like completely going super hard or it's like fragile.
Above all, my heart aches for those who woke up today gripped by fear, Lady Gaga said, her voice heavy with emotion. I recognize my blessings, and I wake up grateful every day, but for so many, this election is a brutal threat to their existence. Now, more than ever, community is everything. This is a battle we will not surrender. We will stand together. It will be hard, but I am ready. We are ready, and to those who feel unseen, abandoned, or erased, I want you to know that you are deeply loved. You are not invisible. And just like that, America teeters on the edge of yet another season of disaster presidency. The sequel, starring the human Cheeto Puff with the ego of a collapsing black hole, with the world bracing for another round of Trump's signature chaos, where logic goes to die and narcissism reigns supreme. Gaga's words hit home. Her upcoming album Mayhem couldn't have a more fitting title, because if there's one thing Trump does well, besides bankrupting casinos and turning his hair into a science experiment, it's creating absolute mayhem, one barely coherent rally at a time. What's truly surreal is that I never imagined this album's name would become so disturbingly fitting, she admitted. I prayed this day would never come, and yet here we are.
Right now is time for action. It's time to muster all of our energy, every ounce of us, every ounce of hope and optimism.
Lady Gaga isn't backing down after the train wreck that was the 2024 election, an outcome she called devastating for millions. Unlike certain spray-tanned wannabe dictators who thrive on fear, chaos, and tweeting in all caps, she's standing with those most affected, making one thing clear: we will not go quietly. A fierce advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and marginalized communities, Gaga has spent years using her platform for real change, not just screaming "Make America Great Again" while selling cheap red hats made in China. From performing at Biden's inauguration, because let's be honest, Trump's musical guest list maxed out at Kid Rock and a confused Scott Baio, to standing alongside Kamala Harris and championing women's rights, Gaga has shown she's in the fight for more than just empty slogans and awkward handshakes with dictators.
Well, anybody knew it. Are you ready? How many cases were in the United States when I did my band? How many people had died in the United States?
So do you acknowledge that you didn't think
Keep your voice down, please.
spread?
Keep your voice down.
Did you not?
How many cases were in the United States? I did a ban where I'm closing up the entire country.
Through the Born This Way Foundation, she's fought for youth empowerment, mental health, and equality, everything the current administration seems eager to dismantle. And in 2017, she joined Joe Biden to take a stand against violence toward women, stating the painfully obvious, "No man has the right to raise a hand against a woman except in self-defense." Period A statement that somehow is still controversial. Now, with her new album Mayhem dropping March 7th, Gaga is making more than music. She's making noise, and she's just getting started.
What I'm asking you is to be in this moment, right now, with us, and fight for your future and the future of our children.
Lady Gaga prayed for Trump's election loss. Lady Gaga said she prayed that President Trump would not secure a second term, because let's be honest, the first one was already a chaotic reality show nobody asked for. Yet she remains steadfast in her mission to advocate for the LGBTQ+ community, unlike a certain ex-president whose idea of advocacy is holding a rainbow flag upside down for a photo op. The outspoken artist, who has never shied away from confronting political issues, has long been a vocal critic of Trump's policies. In 2018, she slammed his administration as driven by ignorance, which frankly might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said about it, after reports surfaced that his government wanted to rigidly define gender based only on birth certificates, because nothing screams small government like trying to police people's identities while misspelling tweets at 3 a.m.
It be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Now, Trump has taken even more drastic steps. Just last week, he signed an executive order officially recognizing only two sexes, male and female, while instructing federal agencies to cease any promotion of gender transition. His administration has also aggressively moved to ban transgender Americans from serving in the military and to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts across the federal government.
Trump the other day was speaking in a rally, and he said she has no memory of how she got to the party. You know, should we trust that she remembers the assault? And the answer is yes.
Yet despite these attacks, Lady Gaga refuses to be silenced, unlike a certain former president who needed Twitter taken away like a misbehaving toddler. As the co-founder of the Born This Way Foundation, she made it clear in her LUK interview that Trump's victory won't shake her resolve. "Maybe because I've been doing this since I was 20, I've come to understand that what you declare from a powerful platform can be just as impactful as the words spoken in private," she asserted, a concept Trump clearly never grasped, given that his most profound statements were typo-ridden, all-caps rants at 3 a.m. Reaffirming her unwavering commitment to authenticity and advocacy, she added, "Who you are in the public eye should reflect who you are when no one is watching," which is unfortunate news for Trump, whose most authentic moments involve rambling about toilets or storming out of interviews when asked basic questions. For Gaga, the fight is far from over. If anything, it has only just begun. At the 67th Annual Grammy Awards, she took center stage, not just as a performer, but as a fearless advocate, using her platform to challenge the disastrous policies introduced by a former president who treated the country like one of his failed casinos. In a heartfelt and defiant message to transgender Americans, she made her stance crystal clear. "Just know that pop music is thinking about you and cares about you, and I'm doing my best to stand up for you in every way I can," she declared, as reported by Daily Mail. But Gaga's advocacy didn't stop there. Under the Grammy lights, Lady Gaga made her stance clear. Trans people are not invisible. They deserve love. Music is love. A direct rebuke to those who think erasing identities is a valid policy move, because apparently empathy is harder to grasp than a cheeseburger with extra ketchup. Charlie XCX doubled down, performing 365 and guests alongside trans activists, a bold response to Trump's latest attempt at redefining gender, as if science were just another fake news conspiracy. Then came Shakira, dedicating her best Latin pop album win to all my immigrant brothers and sisters, a well-aimed shot at the same anti-immigrant rhetoric that brought us brilliant ideas like separating families and building a wall that nature itself keeps knocking over. The Grammys weren't just about music, they became a battle cry against bigotry, proving that resistance doesn't always come in the form of legislation. Sometimes it comes with a microphone and a stage Trump will never stand on.
Shouldn't happen to him. What he's going through, 36 years ago, this happened. I had one beer, right? I had one beer. Well, do you think it was, nope, it was one beer. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember.
Lady Gaga didn't hold back in defending Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, standing firmly against Trump's signature brand of cruelty. Appearing on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Gaga was supposed to discuss A Star is Born, but the conversation quickly shifted to a far uglier spectacle, Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court confirmation circus. Asked about Dr. Blasey Ford's harrowing testimony, Gaga called it one of the most upsetting things I've ever witnessed, her voice heavy with emotion. But she saved her sharpest words for Trump, who in peak toddler tantrum mode mocked Blasey's account at a Mississippi rally, because nothing says leader of the free world like ridiculing a survivor in front of a cheering crowd.
Trump is bigger than just one person. The people who are supporting him need to know that their behavior is unacceptable and that what they're doing is racism, it's white nationalism, and it's terrifying.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
I will tell you something, because I am a sexual assault survivor. The truth is, Trump the other day was speaking at a rally, and he said, she has no memory of how she got to the party. Should we trust that she remembers the assault? And the answer is yes, Gaga said, and I'll tell you exactly why. I also know that this woman is smart because she's a psychologist. She's no dummy. If someone is assaulted or experiences trauma, there is science and scientific proof. It's biology, that people change. The brain changes, and literally what it does is it takes the trauma and it puts it in a box and it files it away and it shuts it so that we can survive the pain.
As far as I know, I never met her. I never touched her. I would have had no interest in meeting her in any way, shape, or form. There was never a claim. There was never a police report. There was never anything mentioned.
Dr. Blasey Ford's decision to come forward came at a steep personal cost: death threats, exile from her own home, and the full wrath of a political machine built on silencing women. Gaga acknowledged Ford's bravery, explaining, "When this woman saw that Judge Kavanaugh was about to be handed a lifetime seat in the highest court, she was triggered, and that box opened." Unlike certain men in power who crumble at the slightest criticism, Ford had the courage to face the world, speaking out not for herself, but to protect the country, something Trump wouldn't understand if it smacked him in the face with a subpoena. Lady Gaga has made her stance clear. She's not backing down, and Trump's outrage only fuels her fight. As the battle between pop culture and politics rages on, one question remains: will Trump's supporters rally behind him, or has Gaga struck a nerve too deep to ignore? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you find this insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe.